Hey, what's good everyone? It's CJ. We're back at it again today. Today we're going to cook up another beat in Logic, but before that I wanted to say thank you to all of my subscribers that downloaded the free pack Dark Matter Volume 2. I put that on the website last week and it went ham. We had like 500 plus downloads the first couple hours, so if you haven't already picked it up, go and check out the link in the description as well as in the cards right here. It's called Dark Matter Volume 2. Free sample pack, contains 10 samples. And if you want to show me what you did with the pack, follow me on Instagram. It's at cjbeatz. Send me some snippets. I'd love to hear what you did with the pack. All right, let's get into cooking this beat right now. Let's go. All right, to start the beat, I'm going to use Ample Guitar LITE, M2 LITE, I should say. It's a free plugin. It's an acoustic guitar plugin. It sounds like really good, so I'm going to use that. I'm going to use it in conjunction with CTHULHU, and CTHULHU is a great little plugin if you don't know like music theory and you don't really know how to play the piano or whatever. It'll allow you to play chords by hitting just one key on your keyboard. So choose one of these presets. So find some chords that work for you. I actually like that. I'm going to go ahead and record that. I'm going to take it a step further now. I'm going to extract that MIDI from CTHULHU using something called MIDI Effects Freeze. I'll put a link in the description for that as well as CTHULHU if you want to go check that out. And all I need to do is hit this record button right here. Make sure that it's underneath CTHULHU in the MIDI chain here. And it's a little still offbeat, but we could fix that in the MIDI. See, now I extracted the MIDI. I can actually come here and just turn these guys off because I don't need them anymore. Like there was too much of a delay there between those two chords. I'm just going to fix it. This one started a little too early. Once you got that, you could come here and just sort of spread out your velocities on the MIDI notes. Makes it sound a little more human, You could use a humanize function as well. I've done that in other tutorials, but I'm giving it a more manual feel. And now you can come here with a scissor tool, for example, and make cuts. What I also like to do is sometimes add some more MIDI notes. So I'm going to come here with a pencil tool, just place a MIDI note. And this way, as long as they're in the same scale, and you should be able to hear that. Maybe that timing's a little bit off, so you could do something like this maybe. Always play back what you've created so you can hear and make sure it sounds good. That's kind of dope. Maybe we can add another one of those later on. Add some bounce to it, you know what I mean? All right, so once you're satisfied with your guitar, maybe you want to add something to it. So maybe let's add a flute to it. Just going to add another software instrument. Let's go with something inside of Logic, some stock sounds here. Try the Indian Bansuri flute. I'm going to turn off these buses though, I don't want those. And we can add our own reverb to this if we want. So I'm going to use, let me see here. I'm going to use the Endless Smile by Data Life. It's actually a transition tool. It's not really considered a reverb, but sounds fire. Okay, so once we have that, I'm just going to play it back and then try to come up with something on top of this guitar. You could also select these, Alt and drag it over like this, so you have another instance. What I love about Logic is that you could actually, now once you've copied that MIDI pattern, make it something completely unique, and it's not going to mess up that first pattern. Each copy you make is actually its own pattern. So you can make slight variations. So now, you know, maybe take the flute one octave higher. Now what you could do is make a sample out of this. So I'm just gonna right click and then bounce in place. So now what I've essentially created is a sample. Mess that sample up a little more. Use some excellent audio retro color, RC20 retro color. I'm sure you guys seen this before, but it's super fire. I like it. All right, so let's get into some drums. I'm gonna go ahead and add a instance of Ultra Beat and multi-output. I'm gonna use the drag and drop samples. As always, I'll put the link in the description as well as in the cards right here for you to download the project file. All the sounds and samples that you hear right now will be included in that for free. Let's go ahead and load up a drum pack here. All right, so once you're in your drum kit folder, you can select, I'm gonna use the MTHYLGY drum kit for this. You can find it also at frequency.com, link in the description, as well as in the cards right here, so go check it out. Let's go ahead and, yeah, let's pick up a kick first. And if I select one of these, just hit play. I like that kick right there. And go to the next sample, load another sample. Let's go back to the MTHYLGY drum kit. Maybe we could find a clap. I like that one right there. And once you got two sounds selected, you know, you could start a loop already for the drums. Maybe a 4-bar loop like this. We could start by laying down the clap. Before I go any further, I'm going to use a soft clipper on the stereo output. So this way nothing clips really. It sounds nice and fat. And go over to distortion, overdrive, stereo, the soft clipper. I have a separate tutorial on how I created the soft clipper. You should check that out. Link in the description as well as in the cards right here. Yo, this video is going to have crazy links, but you know what? I'm trying to help you guys level up, you know what I mean? So I'm going to expand my drum kit now. So I see all the different channel strips for it. I'm going to start routing these sounds. So kick is going to go to subgroup 9. That's the first mono channel there. And the clap's going to go on the first stereo channel, channel 3 and 4. So they're on separate, you know, channel strips. So now that we got that, I'm going to add another software instrument here. I'm going to use the EXS24 in stereo. Let's find a hat that we like. You could also come up here and use more swing, like that. Gives it a you know, more human feel. Now you can add some triplets and stuff. Let's do an 16th triplet and have it a different pitch. can do something faster. 132. Sounds fire. So now I'm gonna get into my 808. Before I like add my kicks and other percussion pieces and stuff like that, I add my 808 because I feel like once I get an 808 bounce going that's really catchy, it's gonna be easy for me to, you know, find other places to put sounds. So a little more on that in a second. But let's go with something like maybe the 808 Hennessy. So I just need an ending part here. Maybe I could use my brush tool for that. Like that. All right, so now we're good. Next I'm going to do is add the kicks. So I'm going to be very minimalistic with the kicks here. I'm just going to add one every now and then. Alright, so now that we have the foundation of the beat, what I want to do is add maybe a couple more percussion pieces to this, and then we can start arranging it. Use our scissor tool here, and we're going to cut everything up. Alright, so now let's come up with an intro for this. Intros I'm generally keeping short nowadays, maybe 4 bars. Hit X on the keyboard. I'm going to select the sample. I'm going to add some more plugins to this. Maybe come in with a rhythmizer and just like do a halftime. I'm going to hit A on my keyboard. Let's go to rhythmizer, scroll down until you find the dry and wet. Click on it, and so I'm going to have rhythmizer enabled and then drop out right before the drums come in. Make a few cuts, have a little bit of a pause or a break there. Maybe we can add some transition effects here and a tag, and we'll call it a day. This beat is definitely fire. CJbeatz. a bit of a more drama here and put in like a transition effect. All right, let's have a listen to the final product. Really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this video. My name is CJ. I'm out for now. Peace.